Hi and welcome to another Type with me. First of all, I want to thank you for your support in my channel. I really appreciate that. And of course, it's the end of the year or the beginning of the year, and we're gonna look into 2023. Right. You will see a lot of YouTube videos around that, of course, and I also want to take a look into the next year. So Typescript version 5 will arrive. I will look with you together to the roadmap of Typescript version 5, what it will bring, and my kind of perspective into that. So if you Google Typescript 5 roadmap, you will find that they have a roadmap, right? So if we go to that, you will see here that it's a little bit outdated because you see here January to June 2021. It's current, but it's not current because we are past June already, right? And then you see already some kind of information. Latest information is from November 2022, where we see here narrowing checks for unknown properties with the in operator. I also made a video around that. Another video that I still need to make is around satisfies operator. It's an interesting operator that can do a lot of great things for you, right? But okay, these are in the past, so let's take a look what will become into the future. And there we can see Typescript 5 iteration plan. And we see here that on November 5th there was a Typescript 4.9 release. In the previous one you saw November 22, right? So yeah, I don't know, but again, I think it would be great to go for January 20th, because then they will create the 5.0 beta. Then 24th, you'll have the official Typescript 5.0 beta release. Then a month later, you will have the release candidate, and then a month later, they hope to finalize the release. So that's a great thing to look forward to, right? I am really excited about what brings Typescript 5.0, and well, for the reason of the first point there, Ecmascript decorators. So Ecmascript decorators, they will have a huge impact on the release of Typescript 5, and I'm really excited about it because you will see that it's been landed to stage 5, and stage 5 within Ecmascript land, right? So in Ecmascript you have proposals, and the proposal of the decorators has moved from stage 2 to stage 3, which are a great thing for JavaScript and for TypeScript in a whole, because then now we can leave out the experimental property within tsconfig, right? And you will see that certain frameworks like Angular are heavily dependent upon decorators, and when they are slightly moving towards, for example, Typescript 5.0 away from the experimental phase into really the core of the language, as well as for JavaScript, that will be a great thing, because then browsers will have native support for that as well, and everything will go smoother and faster. And in my opinion, decorators can do great and cool stuff as well. It's always a great thing to look into the Ecmascript proposals and see what's going on or moving forward there. So you see here active proposals, and then you see here which ones are still hanging there from December 2019, but you will see that other things like JSON modules and here temporal, resizable and global array buffers, that's a great one. Shadow realm, array grouping, decorators, right? And that's the one you see here that was entering lately. Change array by copy. It's a strange one, but again, reading through these ones and see which one are nice are always a good thing to do. We'll see that, for example, Typescript is also having an eye on that. And if you think, yeah, things on Ecmascript are really moving forward, but I don't see them in Typescript, maybe you can just create a ticket on the Typescript project in GitHub and they will look into that for you. Of course, it will take a while before the Ecmascript decorators will flow into frameworks like Angular and so on, because they also need to adapt their framework to Typescript 5.0, right? Unify all enums as unions. Well, that's because enums can be numeric, but they can also be literal enum types, and that's a little bit, yeah, strange. So that's the proposal for that. I'm not going to go in too much detail for that. They're also going to do something with legacy flag deprecation. There is some kind of a strategy defined within that feature, so you can always look into that. Another thing that is, in my opinion, a very important one is investigate bundle-oriented module resolution options, because bundling modules has changed, right, from CommonJS to Ecmascript modules. Also, optimizing a lot of things around that is a great thing to do, so they are also going to provide that within Typescript 5.0. Supporting TS as a module specifier is another great one. If we are going to look into that, you will see that you can also within Typescript 5 do import a from part/2/a.ts, and it will behave on the same way that we already know. Another thing is that we want to have declaration files for non-JavaScript files. So you know that with .d.ts you can declare certain things, and here you can then in the future do something like declare module *.css, and then you can very easily import these CSS files into your Typescript file. So also there a great thing to do. For example, if you want to have the bottom file loaded, or an HTML file or a JSON file, and you want to do something with the content, well, very easily to do it like that. Allow arrays in extents for tsconfig.json files is the next one, so that you can extend from multiple tsconfig.json files, right? So it could be also a very great one. Then you have also investigate per file settings. So in the tsconfig you have ts options, TypeScript options, and you can define them as a comment on top of a TypeScript file to override your TypeScript config just for that TypeScript file. And you can do that, for example, here ts strict, because a lot of other TypeScript files you don't want to be strict, but only for this one, and then you can create this, for example, a no implicit any or all the other options. It could be something that could be helpful in the future if you want to have some kind of rules, but very specifically on specific TypeScript files. So great addition for that. So they made some updates on lib.d.ts, and they made add types web versionable, which is also great. They also added some kind of editor productivity, which is great. Some snippets, for example, for switch case and so on. I think not that much of an importance here, but the performance, they're also gonna build on the performance, optimizing TS build info, and investigate tooling for just-in-time de-optimizations. And of course, from an infrastructure point of view, they are going to migrate Typescript to modules, so there will be different modules for specific smaller code pieces within Typescript. It's also something that I look forward to see how they are building up Typescript in smaller pieces. So maybe I'm gonna create a video around that. If you want that, please leave a comment there if you think some kind of feature that is being handled within Typescript 5 is of an interest of you, and I will try to make a video around that. I wish you a very great year. Thank you for watching to this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you are also excited that Typescript 5.0 will come in 2023. Thank you very much. See you next time.